Hello, Highland parents of child care class students. Nice to see you all. I wish I could see you in person. I've known many of you for quite some time now, so I'm really glad that you are back. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about child care class. Your kids are obviously in class, and I'm going to tell you what they're going to learn. So currently we are working on child development. They're learning about newborns, infants. They're going to learn about preschoolers, uh, children, school age, all the way up till teens. Then we're going to stop there. So each week we're doing a little bit of each developmental stage. And they're gaining hands on experience without literally being hands on, obviously. So from class, it will help them to guide them with leadership, with positive role modeling, and they'll be able to better learn how to keep children safe, how to care for others, how to handle accidents, to prevent and treat injuries. They'll learn how to care for children through the way that children learn, which is games. They'll also become American Heart Association CPR and AED rescue breathing certified. I will be certifying them and a certified instructor. They will get hands-on experience, like I said, as best as possible. Normally, we work with the kindergartners at Rockland School and at Champions over at Butterfield, but due to the pandemic and the change of classroom setting, we're now finding new ways to work with children. So they may include, but I'm working on this, so it might not be limited to, a meet and greet virtual sessions with different children. So, for example, this past week, they met my newborn Wyatt, and I talked about how to care for a newborn if they're in the situation of watching a newborn. Um, I talked about developmental stages for newborns. We're going to do the same thing with infants. That's our next one, and toddlers. And we're going to go, like I said, up to teenage years. And if they don't meet my newborn child or my two toddlers, they're going to meet other children, mainly teachers' children. So some of that will include some reading sessions that I have completed with some of these children from last year's group, or they might have a live session with a child in our Google Meets. But we will have other children being added in. It just depends as the parental units agree to our meet and greet, since we're doing everything virtually. Your students, your children, I should say, will also be writing a resume. They're going to learn interview skills, which include some mock interviews with each other. They're in the process of beginning a portfolio, and they're going to continue that through all the weeks they're here with me. And that portfolio they're going to be able to give to and bring to an interview when it's time to interview for a job. And based on their experience, the certification that they're going to be holding, and the training they're getting from class, they should be able to do some basic taking care of children and getting a job, hopefully, and getting paid to do so. So that's just a quick summary of class. If you have any questions, please check out the link that's going to be provided for you. And I'd be happy to meet with you to answer some questions. All right. Thank you all. Stay safe. Bye bye. Hi, and hello, Top Chef parents. So I'm going to talk now a little bit about Top Chef, my other eighth grade class, my other favorite class, actually. And this is another class that is a pretty popular class. I have a lot of students sign up, so I'm really glad that your kids are able to be a part of it. So basically for Top Chef, it's like a continuum from seventh grade. So they learned about some basic safety and sanitation in seventh grade and cooking. Um, they also learned about lab procedures, measurements, basic nutrition, substitutions, all those components. They also learned how to work together as a team, which is a different skill to learn when you're in a cooking classroom and you haven't been in one yet. So it's a continuation from that. So what we do is we do some quick reviews based on those things from seventh grade, just so I know that they remember what's going on, and we move forward. Um, so by moving forward, I'm going to talk about very specific lab techniques. That's what the class is about: braising, broiling. Um, uh, some marinating, um, grilling, poaching, um, lots of different techniques, so many. Can't even think about right now. um, but first thing we're going to do in class, the first half of class, is going to be me demoing different labs and talking about lab specific techniques with those. So, one of the labs, the first one we're going to do starting this week, um, is linguine emulsification. We're going to do beef Wellington the following week, minced shepherd pie, drum searing sticky lemon chicken with champ. Champ is mashed potatoes, bain marie with chocolate mousse and double whipped cream, and a short crust pastry. Now, those labs I'm going to demo, which means your students are going to be working, or children are going to be working on those at home. As you know, I communicated with you via email whether or not your child would be working in class or out of class. Um, as far as supervision is concerned. So, most of your children are going to be in class, which is great because then I could watch them. Um, so, as you know, there's going to be a shopping supply list. Your students will come home, children will come home at the end of each week with what they need for the next week. And I'll tell them the day that we're going to be cooking. So that way, those supplies can be ready in that day. Now, I give you the weekend because I want to make sure that you have the weekend to shop for it. Every family dynamic is different. So I know some of you may order online and have it um, delivered to you, and some may be going in the store. You may be doing both. So I understand, given the situation that our current world is in, and that we're learning remotely how to cook advanced cooking techniques, that it could look different for every family, and I respect that. Um, so, just a heads up on that one. Your students, children, will learn if we're cooking on a Thursday, they're going to have to menu plan and they're going to have to lab plan. So they will need to figure out, well, if we're cooking next week on Thursday and we purchase our food on Saturday, how do we keep it fresh? Do we need to put something in the freezer? Do we need to defrost it? When do we need to defrost it? Little things like that. Real life skills that really do happen besides the actual cooking component, the behind the scenes stuff that they don't typically see when they're in cooking class, especially in seventh grade. They're going to see it now because they have to plan for it. That's the situation we're in. So I do like that they are learning those specific skills that will help them. So then that's the first half of the trimester. The second half of the trimester, they're going to be doing Top Chef competitions. So this is where they're working in groups, and normally in the school setting, classroom setting, they would work in groups together on one recipe. But since we are at our homes, they're going to be working on a chosen recipe as a group, but they're doing the whole recipe themselves instead of splitting up the work in class. So they'll have each other to bounce ideas off. I will still be there to help them and guide them, but they're going to be doing it at home. So obviously, all of this for the 12 weeks trimester class means that they're going to have to be doing the menu planning, the prepping, uh, ingredients and tools out, the shopping, whether it's online or going with you or sending you to the store, sorry. And in addition to that, they're also going to have to be doing the cooking and the cleaning. And then, of course, you get a little tasty treat at the end. There are going to be some more advanced meals, so it won't just be puppy chow and things of that nature. It's going to be some good stuff. So we'll see what recipes they come up with. They do need to be approved by me. And since we're e-learning, they might look different than they might have in class, but the same learning style will still continue. They might actually learn quite a bit more because they have the behind the scenes work to do as well. So that's a little bit about Top Chef. If you have any questions, please check out the link that is included when you found this video. And I wish I could see you in person, but I wish you all good health and safety. And let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to hopefully talking to you. Bye bye.